Hello, I'm Jeff Bridger, the Senior Accountancy and Finance Recruiter here at Plus One Personnel. And today I'm going to highlight a crucial ally that we all have access to when hiring. Even better, it costs you nothing. It is called speed. In a saturated hiring market, it can be easy to expect to find the perfect candidate based on the assumption that there are more people on the market and therefore more to choose from. Unfortunately, this is not always true. We have noticed that whilst applicant numbers are up, relevant applicant numbers per vacancy are still sitting fairly close to what they were before March 2020. One thing that will help you is if you instruct an agency like us, we would ask you to have faith in the work that has gone into presenting you with the best candidate or shortlist in that moment in time. I can give numerous examples of when this has been done well and many of when it has not been. An out-of-work candidate may not feel as if they can afford to wait 2 weeks for feedback following an application or interview, and will almost certainly have other irons in the fire, even in this market. So it's really a case of the early bird catches the worm. We work very hard to get good candidates in front of our clients and have moved past presenting the all-in-one shortlist and are much more inclined to presenting screened and well-briefed candidates as and when we come across them, in order to give hiring managers the best chance of booking them in for an interview in a timely manner and, crucially, ahead of their competitors. Really, what you want to avoid is what we call chasing the unicorn, missing out on the very good candidate that you saw at the start of the process. A perfect and very current example is a finance manager vacancy that I recently filled. The client called me, and whilst briefing me about the role requirements and personality traits, I had this one candidate's name on the tip of my tongue. I knew them very well and was fortunate enough to get hold of them straight away and tell them about the company and what they were looking for, and was able to put them forward within an hour of taking on the brief. They interviewed the next day and were snapped up on Monday. Obviously, that is an extremely fast turnaround, and I'm not saying that it's the only way to hire, but it does illustrate my point nicely, as this candidate was actively searching for a new position, and I was certain that they would not be looking for long. Really, the message is that despite a lot of changes in how we're all doing business this year, be wary of overthinking. There are reasons that candidates may be more available, redundancy being the obvious, but keep in mind that those people who have kept their jobs will now be a little more cautious and not as inclined to move as before. Now is not the time to second guess yourself and stall over the hiring process, certainly when you have the perfect candidate waiting for your call. I'm sure that if you were to keep this in mind when hiring, you will notice the difference in efficiency and ease of tricky processes. Thank you for listening. Hopefully that's been helpful. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below or get in touch if you'd like to talk in more detail.